Okay, for this particular design, I'm doing a curved line here, and if you see, it's actually finishing off the ball or the oval up there. So I am going to make my point a little bit more pointy than it is on the cutter. And I'm going to flood this. We are going to pour sugar over it. And some of you know that when you pour sugar over something, you have a little bit more leeway as far as the amount and the smoothness of the icing, simply because the sugar covers up a lot of those imperfections. So I've got some holes here. I'm not real concerned about everything evening out necessarily, but I am going to dump the pink sugar on top of it, cleaning up my mess here. And let's see, I'll do this. Almost looks like a little heart. In fact, you could turn that into a little heart. We'll try it. Clean as you go, clean as you go. So I'm going to adjust this to a heart and just pull some of that icing off. And that way they kind of feed into each other. We'll do this here. I kind of like using the sugars because they offer an opportunity to still get some of these really nice lines and quilting looks without actually having to wait for any particular set to dry. And I really want this to look like it is three-dimensional. So I'm going to play with lines when I use my white. And you could do this after or now. So our first line is going to start from the very center, and then all lines moving forward are going to start from the center. They are going to go out a little bit at a time until we reach the edges. I'm trying to keep these as even as possible here. So we've got that. And I think I'm gonna be good with the way that looks, but I do want to add a line through here, maybe a double line to also show. And you want to make it curved so that it looks three-dimensional again. And not that that's important to anyone other than that was the intention of my design. Now I am going to go ahead and put our little hook on here. If you notice that it melts into the icing and doesn't look like a hook after it crusts, just go back and put a notch in it using the bottom of your tool. And you can either do that wet on wet like I just did, or you can do it as an additional step where you wait until that bottom crusts and it'll give you even more dimension. But that is our second ornament.